Hello, my name is Craig Jones and I'm the Area Technical Manager for the East Midlands. I will be providing an insight into the use of Ulticolour in Tarmac's central region. This will include some background and development of coloured asphalt surfacing, its key benefits, versatility in use, and how coloured asphalt's performance provides sustainable benefit. We start with standard asphalt. As we all know, it is pretty much 99% of what we see on a daily basis, and as Henry Ford once said, you can have any colour you like as long as it's black, which in our case of asphalt was spot on, standard black bitumen mixed with aggregates. Several decades ago, the industry made its first step to offering an alternative. It was quickly established that the only viable alternative option would be achieved with the use of red pigment. The standard black bitumen is coloured by the addition of a red pigment added in either powder or perlite form during the mixing process. Its manufacture only requires the asphalt plant to have an addition system and is widely available throughout the UK. In applications where the red pigmented asphalt is trafficked, the binder film that surrounds the aggregate will eventually wear off, exposing the aggregate colour. The inclusion of red or pink aggregate in the asphalt's manufacture will benefit in the surface in maintaining its appearance. With only black or red asphalt options, it was evident that a new and different technology would be required if a broader range of colours and textures would be made available. The technology would be driven by the introduction of an alternative kind of binder to standard bitumen. This came in during the late 90s with the introduction of a clear binder. Described as clear, you can see from the image that it is more akin to honey in appearance. However, the binder enabled the introduction of a broad range of colours and textures. The asphalt is manufactured with the addition of pigments and complementary coloured aggregates to the clear binder. The resulting asphalt enables vibrant, durable, colour-fast asphalts. The difference of the red pigmented asphalt on the previous slide is very evident. Our brand for coloured asphalt is Ulticolour. Ulticolour is available in a spectrum of colours that combines the appropriate coloured aggregate to provide long-lasting, durable colour. The binder technology that provided this game change was introduced by Shell and is utilised at Kevin Asphalt Plant in Staffordshire. Kevin Asphalt Plant has the capability to provide the entire central region and beyond. It can provide the full range of Ulticolour asphalts and has supplied some high-profile schemes, which will be discussed later. The visual and performance characteristics of Ulticolour enable the coloured asphalt to be used in a range of applications. In fact, the asphalt is our most versatile. So why would we choose to use coloured asphalt? Safety, we want to add colour to provide visual demarcation. Aesthetics, a requirement for the asphalt to be part of the built environment. A coloured surface also needs to be durable, not be seasonally affected, and deliver cycle benefit. Let's look at these three criteria in more detail. We do have the need to provide visual demarcation where pedestrians and motorists share the same space, or indeed where we need to keep the two apart. Cycleways providing dedicated routes for cyclists properly demarcated create a safer space, and safe cycling is an important influencer in changing the mindset from car to the cycle. Increasing the use of public transport will also reduce the volume of cars on the road. Dedicated bus lanes speed up public transport that would otherwise be held up in congestion. Clear demarcation ensures that bus lanes are kept free from non-permitted vehicles. In addition to the colour, on highway schemes in particular, the surface needs to provide skid resistance. Our coloured asphalts can offer polished stone value options, recognising that some complementary aggregates have higher PSVs than others. There is a recognition that a coloured asphalt surface can enhance the built environment, whether it be one of the world's most famous monuments built in 3000 BC or a more modern architect's design. Application where there is a need to be in keeping with the buildings or the local environment. The asphalt can be manufactured without pigmenting to provide a more natural surface where the characteristics of the aggregate are more evident, which provided textured options. The colour wheel provides an example of the range of coloured asphalts that are available. Another use of coloured asphalts is in the form of pre-coated chip-ins, which are seen on our highways. They are rolled into either coloured, pigmented, or standard black hot rolled asphalt. You may have well seen these along the Mall or Horse Guards Parade, where a red coloured chipping has been applied into red pigmented asphalt. The other examples shown are of silver grey, buff and green chip-ins laid with standard hot roll asphalt, where the highways client required to alternative aesthetic to standard asphalt and chip. The long-term performance of an asphalt provides sustainable benefit. An asphalt that lasts longer requires less interventions, and the associated carbon with maintenance. A proven track record on more demanding sites demonstrates how good our highly performant Ulticolour is. The image on the left is a bus route on a principal road in Birmingham where Tarmac's coloured asphalt Ulticolour was installed in 2003. An image taken in March this year shows that 18 years on, the asphalt still provides colour demarcation and will continue to provide service. To the right of this image of the bus, you may be able to see how a standard SMA is holding up in comparison, which was certainly laid after the bus lane. The image on the right shows further use of Ulticolour in centre of Birmingham. Both the A34 and A38 have installed two-way cycle routes to encourage cycling into the city centre. The routes are clearly demarcated and are separated from traffic wherever possible, providing a safe space for cyclists, reducing cars on the road in doing so. This is particularly important to Birmingham's vision, as they recently introduced a clean air zone in the centre of Birmingham from June 2021. Ulticolour has a BBA HAPAS accreditation as a Clause 942 thin surface course and is the only coloured asphalt in the UK to hold its accreditation. Anthony Smith, my colleague from the West Midlands, spoke to Delroy Amaroy on Acadius about both of these schemes.
Del, thanks for giving up your time to speak with us today. Could you please provide some background information of the developments of the cycle lanes on the A34 and A38 and also the bus lane on Tyburn Road?
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, well, BCC with the Birmingham City Council with the client and WSP with the design team, and the concept was taken mainly from the TfL contract with Transportation for London, and the main sponsor of the TfL was Barclays, and one of the lanes on the A30 on the A38, which is everybody knows now, it's a blue cycle lane which was constructed about 2-3 years ago, and the aim of it was to reduce carbon footprint and encourage healthier inner city lifestyles. And the green bus lane on the A30 A38, which is Tyburn Road, was initially to try to encourage commuting from outer city to intercity by the use of public transport, and ultimately reduce emissions and reduce carbon footprint. As we know, we all know now what striving to go towards to be sort of more green. So that was some of the background on the Tyburn Road A34 and A38. Okay,
thank you. At design stage, what led to the use of Ulticolour in the cycle lanes and also the bus lane?
Well, mainly the Ulticolour was for it was more durable than high friction surface courses, and would have a less reactive maintenance impact. So those were the two main focuses really on the uses of the Ulticolour.
Okay, with the durability over high friction surfacing, does that then improve the demarcation and ultimately safety as well of the?
Absolutely, yeah. Again, if it's more visible and it's sort of more safety for the road user, and also ultimately the actual the road user, the vehicles will know that it's a different colour, so they'll know that it's designated for cycles. So it's sort of got a double whammy really, yeah.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. The world has changed a lot over the last 12 months, with the focus on climate change and people's health more important than ever. How does the use of Ulticolour in Birmingham fit in with these topics?
Well, I think it was introduced to encourage people living within 20 minutes of the city centre to use cycle lanes. This will assess more visibility and giving the network an aesthetically pleasing surrounding. So, you know, you've got bus lanes, you've got different colours within on the network. It looks better. This will ultimately encourage residents to take more pride in keeping the asset up to a nice quality in terms of maintenance. You know, it'll reduce pollution tenfold, because if more people are cycling, then there's less carbon emissions, and it's also give the asset a little bit more design life, because it'll reduce the amount of traffic on the road ultimately. So yeah, so that's one of the main things that we've looked at and focused on with regards to the focus of climate change and people's health.
Perfect. With that then, you've mentioned about obviously the different colours, so that'll essentially then provide your safe spaces for cyclists as well, so that encouraging of people cycling. I think a key one is people feeling safe on the roads, isn't it? So I think this
Absolutely
goes a long way to that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With regards to the bus lane on Tyburn Road, it was installed 18 years ago. What has that demonstrated to the city since its installation, as it's still there now?
Well, it has demonstrated that from a public transport point of view, we're working closely with the public transport teams to encourage people to start using public transport, and we've provided an actual designated lane for the service user, and also, I mean, it's still there. We did it 18 years ago, and it's still there today. So it obviously has had a good impact on, and people are using the buses a little bit more frequently now. And also with this introduction of the clean air zones, people will start to use public transport even more, because of it'll save on from a financial point of view, and B, it'll tick the carbon emission sort of box as well.
Okay, brilliant. And then with obviously being down, as you mentioned, 18 years, I guess the durability aspect of it, obviously it's going to get heavy bus traffic on there, and still there performing. So the durability side of it, is that sort of impressed you with the sort of skid resistance retained on it, and also the performance?
Absolutely, because in terms of the skid resist, I mean, because we've actually used a green surface and it's a specific PSV, it's still there today. We have, as I've mentioned, it was 18 years ago we put it down, so it is very, very durable.
Okay, brilliant.
Thank you for the insight into Ulticolour performance in Birmingham. Coloured asphalt can be used for all applications. It is the most versatile asphalt we have. It is not seasonally restricted and is laid in the same methods as conventional asphalt. However, we do operate an accredited contractor scheme to ensure that the asphalt is laid by contractors to a set quality plan and they are audited against. The slide shows the typical applications for the asphalt, which include both the strategic and local road network, public buildings and public realm, along with sports, commercial and residential. Increased asphalt life cycle delivers sustainable benefit. A long-lasting surface requires less maintenance interventions, alleviating the highway works that cause congestion and disruption. The Ulticolour range also includes porous asphalt for the use within SUDs, a porous asphalt pavement. Planners are also looking at the heat island phenomenon. Coloured asphalt that may have been chosen for different reason provides additional benefit, as lighter asphalts reflect and therefore generate less heat. An innovative approach has been adopted in Luxembourg and France, where the light coloured asphalt has been introduced for surfacing in tunnels. The reason being, light surfacing requires less intense lighting, which can achieve up to 40% lighting energy saving. A further scheme that was introduced in Birmingham using Ulticolour was in December 2019 in Centenary Square, and I'd like to share this film showing the installation. Thank you for joining this session.